Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, bringing you the 6th section of Chapter 2 in my Castlevania Night Difficulty video walkthrough. And right now this is the Dark Dungeon level, and at the start you have to do a hell of a lot of platforming. And the only problem with the platforming on Castlevania is because the camera likes to get so dynamic and so, creative in its angles, a lot of the times you don't know where the fuck you're supposed to go. So don't be surprised if you drop off a few times or if you jump for a ledge that actually isn't there. It is a little bit frustrating. Right now you've got to press X to do that and then A to jump. I completely forgot about that move because I was enjoying this game that much and I got stuck there for about an hour, which pretty pathetic if you ask me, but it's one of those games that doesn't prompt you when you forgot what you're doing, which is a big shame. Because a friend of mine was telling me the other day that in the new Pokemon games, when you turn it on, it reminds you of the last 20 things you did in the game. And that is something that I think RPGs could really, really benefit by. Because how many times have you been playing an RPG solidly, for like a couple of weeks, and then you've not played it for months gone back, and you have no idea what the fuck you were doing? I'm kinda in that situation right now with a game called Star Rush Until the End of Time. Because I've done a hell of a lot on that game, and I'm at the point now where all I need to really do is finish up all the extremely difficult bullshit stuff, like getting items, doing quests, leveling my characters up to get the best armors and things like that. And it all takes a hell of a long time because that game is notoriously difficult to get achievements on if you're that way inclined. And I have no idea what I was working towards. I think I was going through the really solid dungeon, the fucking, oh god, that awful one that goes on forever with the ethereal queen in it. And I think I was just going through to get to like level stage 17 or 18 when you take on a certain enemy that drops a certain loot every so often to build up all the best creatable items and shit like that. But I don't know for sure, and it's something that they could really, really use effectively, I think. But this level's simple. The enemies you're going to be taking on are the goblin, like flying cherub demon baby things. So just grab them. Be careful though when you grab them, because sometimes they will blow up, and if it's close to you it will do damage. I'm not too sure what this is about. They kind of do the whole float around aimlessly then blow up thing. So if you can watch out for them you shouldn't have too much trouble, but if you're in close quarters they do a hell of a lot of damage, so just watch them. But you'll notice in the top right once again we've got those 2 key items, which means we need to get 2 pieces of something to extend the bridge. And I've just got the first piece, and the second piece is just as simple. You put that in there, it will then extend this bridge, and you can go to the right and get the next piece. This is another pretty quick level. But I was mentioning in the last video, Assassin's Creed really fucking, just pissing me off with bullshit. And it's those sync challenges to get the 100% sync. Sometimes it's just fucking wrong. Like, there was one where I had to kill somebody with the hidden blade, and you're probably thinking that's not a difficult challenge to do, and it isn't. And I counted him with my hidden blade on, and it didn't count. So that made no fucking sense. And then there's the goddamn tombs that you've got to run through in under 8 minutes, and I've only done like the first 2, but that second one was such a fucking maze. It's like, I did everything perfectly my first time through and I still didn't manage to hit it. It's like, what did I do wrong? Where do you learn from this? I prefer the ones that say you've got so much life, don't lose it, to the ones that's like, here's 8 minutes, do this 20-minute trial. It's just silly. And it's rife with it, like, there's one where you've got to follow a dude, and you can't touch the floor, you've got to follow him on the roofs, and you can't get seen by any guards. And because Assassin's Creed utilises the whole, automatic jump mechanism, which sometimes is absolutely brilliant and other times is so frustrating, it makes me want to, take my testicles off, turn them into an improvised explosive device and go and bomb a school bus. But it gets to that point where you're trying to drop down a simple fucking ledge and Ezio Auditore di Firenze, or whatever he wants to fucking call himself, I call him Spazhead, just jumps the wrong way and fucks it up for you. And then it's failed, then you've got to complete it and then replay it before you can do it, because you can't just go restart checkpoint, because that would be a good fucking game, and it just frustrates the balls off me. So but enough about that game, because I'm not doing a guide for it, because it's truth be told, aside from all that sync stuff, it's piss easy. There's absolutely no challenge and it's very long, but it's a fun game, it's worth checking out. Just if you're a completionist, it's probably going to cause you a bit of stress, because Nobody likes that. I'm all for an incentive, you know, that's enjoyable, but not one that's not. Pisses me off. But just kill a couple more of these dudes, run back to the things, to the switch, so you can put the second piece in and extend the bridge. And then what happens towards the end of this level is kind of weird, because you're going to go into a room and get attacked by a shit ton of these little baby demon devil dudes. And then after a while, after you've killed a certain amount, I'm not too sure what it is, somebody's going to turn up and interrupt it with a cutscene, and the level's pretty much done from there. It's nice and simple. But this game's very similar to the sync bullshit in Assassin's Creed, because it's got the trials on each of the levels. And some of the trials are really fun. They make you do unconventional things and you know, linger around areas that you probably didn't explore too much last time. But others are just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like climbing the Titan in under a minute and a half. I did almost a flawless run, and for whatever reason, I was still over 1 minute 30. So there's got to be some fucking trick to that I'm just not understanding. And then, oh god, that music box. Fuck me. For anybody that's not played this game, there's a level on it where you go into a music box, and just imagine the worst jumping section from any game you've ever played. Like in Mario Sunshine, when you got your backpack took off you and you had to run around in those trippy worlds and platform with really loud clog shoes, and you could fall off at any moment because everything were rotating, everything were bullshit, everything were just frustrating. Imagine that multiplied tenfold. Because this level is basically, there is 4 different avenues to travel, and each one's got a different coloured challenge. Each challenge is absolute bullshit, stupid and ridiculous, and can potentially one-hit kill you. And then you have to do them in a row, basically. And the trial for that level is to do the entire music box without dying. And I mean, there's one section where there's a bunch of fire, and it's coming up in different sequences, and if you touch the fire you die, and because Gabriel's so full on fucking animation heavy, sometimes he'll run into the fucking fire when you're meant to stop him, and oh, I'm not looking forward to trying that, but just me bitching. You'll have to bear with me, I do get better. Once again guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next chapter. You take care.